Hi, everybody. So, today we are going to talk about how to manage the lions. For those who don't know, I am Nation from State 186. So, we're going to start very simple. We're going to go to your alliance and we're going to go to manage. On settings is where you're going to put your alliance name, your abbreviation, your slogan, what language is your alliance, where you're located by flag. Your system assistance is only for it to tell you when you have an inactive member. It won't remove the member from your alliance. That only an R4 or an R5. An R5 is your leader. We'll get to that in a second. Acceptance, it's the requirements that you do for your alliance. You can accept all. You can do must apply, or you can do meets conditions to join. For that, the conditions are right below. Headquarters level. The HQ can be any number that you want to put, and the power as well. If they meet those conditions, they can come in without you putting them in the applicants. And I'm going to go to that right now. Applicants. These are only if they must apply. You will see members' names, not members, but um, applicants that want to be a member in your alliance. Post recruitment. Post recruitment is something very fun. You can put a little memo there, a pun or whatever, and you click send, and it will go to the world chat, and you will see members who from the alliance who are asking others to join them. Like right here, we have HOT asking for membership. We have aged and well, those are the only ones asking. Oh, look, we have another one. You know, it just comes up in either your world chat or your English chat, whichever you want to send it in. Go back to alliances, manage. Okay, alliance mail. I always hear myself say something different when I say alliance mail. I hear myself saying alliance smell. I don't know what. Anyways, in your alliance mail, you can send out mail to your whole group. It's very simple. I did one earlier just to test it out. And it was really fun. You send it out. Remember, only 2,000 characters can be used. So if you're going to do more than that, do a whole spill, give a life story, and it's more than 2,000, you will have to send two, part one and part two, or three, depends. You click send, and then when you send it, your members will see it here in their mail and on their alliance. And ta-da, there it is. I did it one earlier. I was thinking about doing a video earlier. I was just playing around. Let's go back to manage. Rally. The rally is your point of assembly. This is where your alliance will meet. Of course, I'm the only one in my alliance at this moment. This account alliance was created for teaching purposes and for a little getaway that I needed. Anyways, setting an alliance point, it's very simple. You see this little blue flag that I'm moving around? If it's on red, it means it cannot be moved to that area. When it's on green, it's good to go. So once you press green, that big flag will move and that will be your new alliance point. Let's go back to headquarters. Let's go back to alliance. Let's go back to manage. Now let's talk about admin perks. Admin perks are only for your R5s and your R4s. Depending on the days they've been a member, you will get to claim any of these prices daily. You have to be an active member of the alliance to be able to get this stuff. Yay. Or not technically, but you have to be an R5 or an R4. Moving on, alliance list. This is where you can find any alliance. You can type it up if you don't see somebody and you just want to look for anybody. Let's say, um, hmm, oh yeah, let me do a shout out to my old alliance. Um, this is where you can find them. You must apply. Let's say I want to search for where I'm at right now. Boom, casual chaos. There I am. Hello. Moving on. Votes. I'm gonna go to two things here. Votes can be used to do, let's say you want to ask a group, your whole alliance, for opinions, and you want to get the majority votes at it. Or if you don't want to just do opinions, you can actually do uh, a tally. I would say more like a tally count, which I we used in our previous alliance. Let's say we're gonna go have a glory war or a state versus state. As let's say state versus state, and you want to find out state versus state. Need to know who will be a fighter or a reinforce. Yeah, reinforcer. And then here you would just type fighter. Oh, I can type fighter or reinforcer. Sorry, I misspelled. I'm just trying to type fast. And then if you want to just put, um, there's another option, space taker, which is just somebody who will just station themselves in a bubble, whatever you want to call it. And then you can put here how long you want this vote to be on. And let's say you have 48 hours before you need to move. So you initiate the vote, but just, you can do multiple selections. So let's say I have a fighter, and then once they run out of um, troops or they're low, then they can become a space taker. Or if you just want them to do one roll, then you just keep it multi selection off. Once you initiate, they will see a notice here on the top, and it will be a red dot. That means there's something new. It's very easy. You see it says new there in the top left. Click on it, have them vote. Once they vote and they submit, on this little blue icon with the spyglass, that's how we used to call them when I was a kid. Click on it and you will be able to see who has voted for that category. Another thing, let's go back to notices. Let's say you want to post a notice and you have the text notice. Text notices can only hold up to 500 characters. One thing that we need to know about alliances notices is they cannot have emojis. No characters such as a happy face or anything unless it's created. If you create your own happy face like this, it's fine. But if you put a happy face like a little tongue out and post, it won't go through. Okay? Something that you should know. Let's move on to let me close this. I don't need that anymore. Okay, here, right here again, that's another place you can click to get your little alliance notices. You can either click text notice, announcement, or a votes. Go to world. Nothing going on today. This is new, by the way. Um, you will need a license pro to have one. a social, whatever it's called. You can find it up here. I think it was licenses. Yes, it's right here. Pro license. Boom. If you get here, you can actually start posting. All right, moving on back to alliances and manage. I don't know how long I've been on. This little door here on the bottom is if you want to disband your alliance and get rid of it, that's where you would go. Now let's talk about members. Of course, your R5 is your leader. Okay. I have nobody here. Again, this account was created for learning purposes. But let me move on to my notes. Okay. So very quick, you have your typical rank structure. You have your R1s, which is a new member, the lowest rank, often part of the group, and have minimal privileges. R2, it's a member that, is mostly active, can usually remember all message around, but they can easily be demoted back to 2. R3s, I would say, would be your regular participants. I am not 100% sure before they were able to demote the R1s or R2s and help keep manage. I am not sure if that's still something that Lassie still does. But an R4, which are your senior and members, and they help you lead your R5, your leader. They manage mostly all of your events, can promote and demote, and they can accept new members if you have the must apply. And they can also kick out members who are inactive in your alliance. And of course, your R5 is your leader, the highest control. They can do a lot more than R4, of course, because they lead. Let's move back to the game. Give it a second. Okay, let's go to alliances. Here we go. Again, another little shortcut is right here where you see the little mail icon, and that's another way you can send out mail instead of going to manage alliance mail. Again, I hear myself say smell. I don't know, is it a tongue twister for me? Anyways, um, Alliance Tech, I want to go ahead and show you this. And Alliance Tech is you have some development, some combats, and Dominator. But it's very easy. I've just been putting into it because I'm going to gift it to somebody in a minute. Um, you can either put donation reward if you want your alliance to donate to a specific, um, I don't know. I always forget how to call these skill, I guess. Make sure you put on the donation reward. This donations reward, it actually gives the member of collected from your alliance coins and your allowance. And let me show you where you can use those. You can use those here in your shop. I believe these are called credits, and these are called, oh, they're credits both. Well, you have your silver credits and your gold credits. As an R4 and as an R5, you are able to shop and put these in the shop for your members. So let's say you want to do a shield, right? So I bought already a heal for 1 hour and a shield um for the alliance. So then you can just let your alliance members shop for those, and they use their alliance credit or their individual credit basically for donating, something that you need to push for your alliance. That way, the more they do donate, the more perks they you get per your alliance. Here are the rules. It's very simple. Just click on the top left icon. and it tells you what you can and cannot do. Basically, what you can do. So let's move to rankings. Will be your alliance rankings. You can either do it by power, you can do it by kills, or you can do it by contributions, and it's daily or weekly. This is a great report to show who is very active in your alliance. And again, in your rankings, it helps you go right down to the bottom and do donate if you haven't donated. And then you do get your rewards for your daily donations or your weekly donations. Something that you can tell your alliance members to look at. Here's your alliance skills. This is what you can use actually during Glory War. Um, Again, remember this is a new alliance. I can't show you most, but there's, from what I heard, a button that you can send out this missile and destroy a whole or clear out and a whole explosion. I don't know. It scorches the target's land. It says right there. I want to see that so bad. Okay, going back. Alliance buildings. Again, this is a new alliance, so I won't be able to show you this. But if you notice, we have X's and red X and a green check mark. It means I don't have 20 members, so I cannot put down an alliance center, but I do have the power for it. Yeah. Anyways, alliance centers are for your tiles, and that's another video coming up, and I'll show you that later throughout. Alliance resources, this is based only if you have cities. I don't have any cities. But here you can actually see how many cities are and how to name them. Mines. These are your mines. You put these out for your members so they can mine either wood or food. Again, it has to do with how many members you have. Again, I created this alliance for teaching purposes only. Alliance logs. Here you keep a log of what your alliance members have been doing. Here you can see which alliance member was attacked by another player in the state, or you can see who has come in as a new member, who has left as a member, or you know, this is this is the log. This is how you see who is doing what, but only who is doing what to you, not the other way around. You cannot see if your alliance member attacks another player, but you can see if a player attacks your member. It's weird. I wish it can be both ways. Okay, wars. Intel, it shows people who has declared war upon you and your members. Team ups, this is for your bloomers, or if you're gonna do zombie rallies or boomer rallies, you use this right here. One thing that I always tell my people is if you do a rally, share it in the chat because nobody knows sometimes when you are waiting. And you can see like a little icon here right next to it's like a little red icon. And sometimes you ignore it because you think it's a bloomer, but it's actually like a zombie survivor saga and perks, guys, perks. You get rewards for all this stuff. Okay, moving on. Trying to stay within focus. Okay. So we did alliance, we did this. Well, I think I got everything down. If I missed anything, I am sorry. But you are more than welcome to ask me later on or send me a message. I do have a Discord and I will be posting that in the comments. So you can just message me there. Other than that, have a great day. Bye.